Okay, so you've heard of probably my 30 by 300 workout that I did once. But I'm going to tell you about the craziest workouts I've ever done. Because I've done quite a lot of crazy workouts where I'm like, yeah, I hear the workout or my coach tells me and I'm like, I can't do that. And then somehow, by like the grace of God, I somehow finish it. But first up, that 30 by 300s was one of the craziest I've ever done. It was 30 by 300 and we had like a 55-second recovery, which was barely enough time to like speed walk back from the finish line to the starting line. So that was hard. I was like barely recovering at all. I finished that workout and I was literally so hungry, so exhausted, so drained in every possible way, but so accomplished. Another crazy freaking workout I did once was 12 by a K, which is like 7+ miles total. And we only had like, I think like 45-second recovery. They weren't like super fast, they were like tempo pace, but still, it was freaking brutal, bro. The last like two, I literally had like tears in my eyes. I was like making an angry face. I was like, my coach was like, keep going. I was like, oh. And then another super long workout I did once was a 7-mile tempo plus a mile at the end. Plus like surges after all that. So a tempo run is like a solid like pace. For me, it's like anywhere from like 6:20 to 6:10 pace. So I'm doing that for 7 miles. And then I add on a mile, and the mile is supposed to be like 5:50 pace. And then I had to do surges after all that. I was literally starving and dead afterwards. That was like the longest, like miles-wise workout I've ever done. Might as well have been freaking training for a marathon. I also did, I think it was 25 by 400 this year. And once again, they weren't like anything crazy. I think my fastest was like a 68 at the end of it all. But still, 25? 25? I don't even know how much miles that is, but it was a lot of laps. On the indoor track too. Another crazy one I did was, it was like on the indoor track also. And like 2 miles on the indoor track is like 14 laps for our track. So it was like 2 miles plus 1 mile plus 2 miles plus 1 mile plus 2 miles. And then I think there was like 2 by a K at the end. And we were cooking in that one. I think I was going like 6 flat average. Started at like 6:10 and then my last mile was at like 5:30 something. Which I don't know how I physically did that. But yeah, those are the craziest workouts I've ever done. And after all of them in the afternoon, like 4 hours later, I came back and did a 35-minute easy run. So it was a lot of miles in those days.